What's up, Eagles fans? It's EROCK here at City Hall, the heart of Philadelphia, to count down the top 5 Eagle comebacks of all time. Because when you're down, it takes a lot of heart to get the win. You remember that time at Lincoln Financial Field when the San Diego Chargers came in and were just kicking our butts, and all they needed was a field goal in the fourth quarter to ice the game? Well, they forgot one thing. In our house, it isn't over till we say it is. Trailing late in the fourth quarter with no timeouts, the Chargers were setting up for a field goal to extend their lead. Earlier in the game, though, Quentin Michael noticed a large gap between the tight end and the wingman on the Chargers line. Michael convinced special teams coach John Harbaugh to let him attack from the right side, where he burst through the same gap and palmed away the pigskin. Matt Ware picked up the block kick and returned it 65 yards for the winning score. Our number 4 game might not have been the edge-of-your-seat thrill ride that Hollywood likes to make movies out of, but it just goes to show that when the going gets tough, the Birds never give up. Philadelphia needed 2 straight wins to close out the 1996 regular season if they were going to make the playoffs. In the fourth quarter, while trailing by 13, quarterback Detmer staged a comeback of his own at the Meadowlands. Detmer found Chris T. Jones in the back of the end zone to pull the Eagles within 6 points. On the following Jets drive, Michael Zordich recorded his second interception of the game, which set up the go-ahead touchdown pass to Irving Fryer. Listen, putting a whooping on the Cowboys is fun for everybody, but to do it when the Cowboys think they got the game in the bag, well, that's worthy of our number 3 spot. Trailing 20-0 in the second quarter versus Dallas, Randall Cunningham threw a strike to Keith Byers to finally put the Eagles on the scoreboard. After an exchange of field goals by both teams, Eagles running back Anthony Toney rushed for 7 yards to put the Eagles within 6. During the waning minutes of the game, Randall Cunningham once again marched down the field, even converting a 4th down pass to the Cowboys 1. On the very next play, the ultimate weapon rolled to his right and found Toney wide open in the flat. The touchdown pass erased a 20-point deficit and lifted Randall to start. Number 2 on our countdown was one of the most iconic games ever played in Eagles history. Not only because it was a great Eagles comeback, but because it was a giant blunder for the opposing team. One of the most improbable moments in Eagles history occurred during the winter of 1978 in what will forever be known as the Miracle at the Meadowlands. With New York leading 17-12 with just under 40 seconds to play, everyone expected quarterback Joe Pisarcek to take a knee and run out the clock. Butterfingers Pisarcek fumbled away the snap, and Herman Edwards picked it up to lead a cavalry all the way to the game-winning touchdown. Do I even need to explain what's number 1 on our countdown? I mean, that's like the Giants head coach explaining to his punter that he shouldn't kick the ball to Deshaun. Well, in that case, maybe I do need to explain it. Down by 21 points, it seemed like nothing short of a miracle needed to happen for the Birds to pull out the win. With less than 8 minutes left to play, Michael Vick did his best impression of a magician and made the impossible happen, starting with a 65-yard monster TD pass to Brent Seller. After David Akers perfectly executed an onside kick that was recovered by Riley Cooper, the momentum was ours, and things kept on rolling, with Vick's ability to march the team down the field and ultimately stroll into the end zone to bring the Birds within 7 points. A huge defensive stand got the ball back in Michael Vick's hands to set up Macklin with a game-tying touchdown. And to top it all off, well, I think I'll let Merrill handle that one.
It's a high snap. Gets it away. It's a knuckler. Jackson takes it at the 35. Picks it up. Looks for running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. Midfield. He's at the 40. He's going to go. Deshaun Jackson. I don't care if he jumps, dives. He's running around. And he is in the end zone. And there's no time. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win.
This is Miracle in the Meadowlands number 2. Miracle in the new Meadowlands, baby.
I hope that this list proves to you that when the Eagles are down, you can never count them out. My name is EROCK, and I'll be counting down another list with you next week.